So thanks for taking the time to come answer some of our questions.
Yeah.
How was your journey down?
It's actually alright, yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? There's not much traffic. Nice day.
Yeah.
Went quite quick, couple of pit stops and that was it.
Yeah, it was
cool. So this is your first show in Cornwall.
Yeah.
Have you guys been down before to visit?
Never. That's why I'm really excited to be here. Actually, hopefully tomorrow we can go and see Newquay Beach before we go back. I really want to go. Really want to go.
There's this witch museum or something.
We want to go to that.
What's it called?
Boss Castle.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
That place is.
Is it open on a Sunday?
Pardon?
Is it open on a Sunday?
Should be. Yeah, definitely will be this time.
Yeah. Great.
It's epic in there. It's
yeah,
weird,
it's right up our street.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. So how come it has taken you guys this long to come play in Cornwall?
Never been asked.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay.
Thanks, Cornwall.
So how did you guys all meet, and at what point did you decide that you want to sort of play as a band?
Well, me and Alpha, brother and sister, and then me and Niamh met. Oh.
You were about 16 and I was about 19, so a few moons ago.
Like giving away a lot. No. Yeah. And then Tim joined just shortly before Jim. We did about 6 gigs, wasn't it? Something like that.
No, less than that, yeah. It was only about like 4, yeah. We just did it without drums because we were just rearing to go and wanted to get out and gig.
Yeah.
And then the drums came along and made it work, yeah.
Okay, cool. So until we saw your blasphemy footage, you guys have flown on, like, I hate to admit this, you guys have flown under our radar a little bit. But once I saw, I think it was the track Don't Come Knocking.
Yeah.
I was honestly blown away by that. I thought it was so amazing. Was
everyone keeps asking about that
Yeah.
tune, but we don't play it anymore, do we?
You have to now.
Well, we haven't practiced,
thinking, we were thinking about maybe doing it for a gig. What gig was
Glastonbury again this
maybe
year.
for Glastonbury. No, with Abby.
Is that Isle of Wight? Yeah,
Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight. Is it?
Our mate Abby Harding plays sax in the Zootons, or did. She's going to come with us to the gig, so we're talking about maybe doing it.
And getting her up on sax for it would be really good.
I'm not sure. It might just be a pipe dream.
I think it's been a good 4 years since we played that tune.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
How come you haven't played it?
We just started writing different songs and they just went in a different kind of direction, and that was in the earlier batch. Is it even on the first album? I don't know.
I don't know.
It was a single. No, it was a single. It was on one of our first singles.
Yeah, no, it was. No, because that's what confused me. I was like, I thought it was a single, but I don't think it is on the album. Anywho.
What my question is, to the end of that one is, so what sort of performance can we expect from you today in the Great Estate?
Well, we've got our good friend Andrew Royden filling in for our drummer Jim because he can't be with us today. But pretty much just like psychedelic rock, pumping. We've picked all the
heavier,
most upbeat tunes. Yeah. Apart from the last one, but everything else is upbeat.
Yeah. So in regards to your music, obviously there is a huge psychedelic element to it. You can hear lots of bands like Jefferson Airplane, and even I hear a little bit of heart in your music.
Yeah, we've been told that.
Basically any band that's got 2 girls fronting it.
It's kind of like ABBA.
Yeah. So what influences do you guys have? What did you grow up listening to, and what do you think helped shape your sound?
Well, me and Fiona, when we first started playing together, we just learnt a lot of covers and, started writing together when we were quite young.
Yeah.
But we'd always listen to the band and Crosby, Stills and Nash and the Byrds and a lot of harmony-based music.
And bluegrass and stuff like that. That's how we learnt how to do harmonies from that style of music.
And
Not
folk
that maybe,
music as well, a lot of folk music, but that's kind of what we were playing when we first started, and that's how it kind of grew into the harmony-based band. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I actually read in an article that you guys have been involved in a lot of anti-fracking campaigns.
Yes.
I just want to know, could you tell us a bit more about that, please?
Well, it was about 4 or 5.
No, it was about 3.
Oh, see, I'm awful at times.
About 3 or 4 years ago.
4, I reckon 4. Let's not split hairs anyway. Ridiculous. But anyway, me, Niamh, and my boyfriend Paul started sort of protesting against it, and that was the early start of a local campaign group as well called Wirral Against Fracking. And so we all just sort of started going to local meetings, got on board, and then had this idea of doing a gig for it, a fundraiser for the people who are on the campsites, just for whatever they need really to make their stay as comfortable as possible. And then Paul got in touch with Yoko Ono, who's done a lot in New York. Yeah. And she sent footage for us and a little a recorded message to people in Liverpool.
The gig sold out as well, went really well. Like we had people out the car all day, McCabe out the Zootons playing and stuff. The main thing was when we caught wind of it initially, it was very much under the radar, and you know, the government weren't letting people know that this was their plans. And then we started doing our own research because there just wasn't any information out there. And then we found just how detrimental it was to the environment, how much of an impact it had in America, like destroying farms, destroying people's livelihood, just poisoning people, giving them cancer. And it's just like something that's never been proven to be safe. How could you be like, oh, let's do it here, that's a great idea? So we just started spreading the word ourselves because it's the only thing we could do really.
Yeah. Anything on the news was about jobs and blah blah blah.
Yeah, and just just lying, you know, propaganda, isn't it?
Yeah,
to push their side, because it's all about money, it's all about profit. It doesn't matter how detrimental it is to the environment and the people who have to live here. They just don't care. They'd rather poison you for a bit of money, you know what I mean?
And there were lots of politicians, i.e. David Cameron, who had shares in shale and a lot of the companies, Quadrilla and stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
so
it's all just lying in their own pockets, and it wasn't near their houses, so they didn't care.
It's interesting. Actually, I had a similar experience. Like, I think I watched the Gasland documentary. That was the trigger
for me.
Yeah, same.
I saw a few articles on Vice, and I was just like, "This is madness."
Yeah.
Like, it's insanity.
Yeah, it's like, let's just poison everyone for what? You don't need that shale gas, and they don't even get a lot from it anyway. It's not even, you know, a step forward in creating energy. It's just
really
not.
Shit.
It's rubbish.
Proper bottom of the barrel stuff.
Yeah.
Even though the transportation of it is fucked as well.
They have to use our drinking water mixed with chemicals.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, let's take everybody's drinking water and then poison them. It's just like, no.
Yeah, it's mad.
But there's UCG as well, which is another form.
That's what they wanted to do in West Kirby under the River Dee.
Yeah. It's underground coal gasification. It's slightly different process, but
they set
same
the coal bed on
same
fire
outcome.
underneath the ground to release gas.
Gases, yeah.
But then, you know, there was a town in America that I read about, I can't remember.
Subsided.
Yeah, because the coal bed fire never went out. They just set the coal bed underneath the ground.
And it just kept burning.
And everyone had to abandon the town. And it's just like, oh, let's do it here, underneath the estuary, where all these animals live, you know.
Between whales.
You know, humans aren't the only things on this planet that deserve respect, you know what I mean?
It's crazy. I mean, would you consider yourselves quite political then, I guess you'd say, or would you say you're more involved in sort of movements?
I wouldn't say political. I just think it's, you know what's
Socialist.
right and wrong. You know what's right and wrong, and
Yeah.
when you're being screwed over, and when you see people around you suffering, it's hard to just bury your head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. But politics, I wouldn't say I'm political, just because there's so many snakes and all. There's the few and far between that you'll find a good person in politics. The only one that I know of right now is Jeremy Corbyn anyway, but I'm not pushing politics on anyone, and I hate the way it turns people into bullies as well. It really does.
It's interesting, isn't it?
And it's just a machine built to create anger and fear, so you're controlled, and to make you feel like you have a choice. But then I saw this thing after Donald Trump pulled out the climate treaty, but what's his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger, put this video out, just like basically the president's not going to do anything about it, we have to do it ourselves. It's a grassroots movement now, and that's all you can do. You've got to take the power into your own hands.
It's so heavy, like all the investments and the money and all the back pocket little slide deals going on. It's so heavily woven together. It's and you're pulling at the strands, and it's just, you're not getting anywhere. And think the only way is if you get together with like-minded people.
And create a change and do it physically, do it, rather than just getting annoyed that something hasn't gone your way. It's like, well, make it your way. If you believe in it that much, go and make it your way.
Do you think that slips into your music at times?
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't think people will read into it, but where it's coming from for us, a lot of the lyrics, I mean, Cut the Master is named off, the album title is named off one of the tracks, which is about cutting ties with the master, basically. That
person who's saying what you need to do in your life, cut them out. They don't need you. Do it yourself. You find your own way.
Yeah, don't be told what to do. You know, listen, create your own oasis of friends, and try and just create your own world that's like
and live the
outside.
way you see fit, because that's all you can do at the end of the day. Otherwise, you just spend your life angry, and that's no good for anyone. And it just creates a negative vibration, and you know, you pass that on to people around you. We got deep there.
No, but the tunes do definitely mean.
I mean, the thing I always find with psychedelic, and you might agree, is that a lot of it's not necessarily something. Obviously, sometimes it is the vocal content, but a lot of the time it's also just the energy that's passing through it. You know, it's coming from somewhere.
And it's otherworldly as well. A lot of psychedelic lyrics are about opening your mind, which is a liberating
and
thing.
And even the sounds that it creates is opening your mind. You know, like even your guitar pedals like plays and gives that like wishy-washy like sound through your mind when you're playing it. That's what I love about it.
It's a trip for me when I listen to it. I can imagine it's like blowing it out here in speakers.
Yeah.
It must be amazing.
Yeah.
No, I enjoy
it's a pure labour of love.
Yeah.
The Sundowners, like, you know, we all have to work and do that as well to fund it. You know, we do gigs to create albums. It's self-sufficient, but you know, it is just pure for the love of making music and as the dynamic that we are, like.
Yeah.
So, you know, my final question would be this, like, what's the future for the Sundowners? What can we expect, let's say, in the next year and beyond that?
Well, we're just going to finish all these gigs over the summer. We've got quite a few booked, and then get back recording, because we've got loads of ideas. But just take our time and don't rush it this time, because we're always like rushing. I think, you know, 2 albums, we can take our time now and you know, work with other people as well, you know.
Yeah.
I think we're going to try and do a couple of EPs before we put another album out anyway.
Yeah, possibly thinking of doing some acoustic tracks, maybe like an EP of just acoustic, because that's kind of how it started.
And we've never like recorded that side of ourselves.
No. And then do a 3rd album that, you know, is whatever it is, but mind you, we say we won't rush it, but once you get stuck in, it's like an obsession then.
It's just harder as you get older, because you just get so many more responsibilities. So the time, like when I was living at my dad's house and I had all this money and I didn't have to work so much, it was great. And we could just, you know, do what we wanted, but then, you know, you've got to pay your rent at the end of the day, so time, you know, is against you.
Cool. Thanks very much, guys, for taking the time.
No worries. Cheers. Enjoyed it.
I'll see you guys later.
Nice one. Cheers.
Guys, thanks very much.
Thank you.